boys and girls. I'm sitting here in my house looking through this book. Do you remember it? It's the book we've been reading. We watched it on the big screen this week. But now we're going to look at the actual book, okay? And it's got pictures in it and words in it that we're going to read together, all right? And remember, there's a lot of animals in this book. And so I thought it'd be fun for us to learn the signs for the animals, okay? So I'm going to show those to you, which is why I'm standing up, because sometimes you can see it better when you're standing up. You could stand up with me while we listen to the story if you like. But remember, the name of our book is From Head to Toe. That's the title of our story, and it's written by Eric Carle. And he's a wonderful writer and illustrator. And I want to show you how I know that he's really great with pictures. Because look at this page. It's a whole bunch of beautiful colors on this page because he loves to use paints and he loves to make beautiful pictures. So that's what this page shows you. So let's move on to our story written by the author named Eric Carle. We also talk about body parts in this story, don't we? Look, this boy is pointing to something on the bottom of his feet. Remember what those are? Toes? Yeah, we wiggle toes in this story. Let's read on. First animal is this one. And I have a small picture of him. See this one? What is that? Let's read on and find out. It says, I am a penguin, and I turn my head. Can I show you the sign for penguin? I'm going to put my book under my arm. You do your hands like this. Penguin. Kind of like how penguins walk. They kind of wobble back and forth. Can you do that? Penguin. Penguin. And then remember, the penguin asks the boy, can you do it? And what does the boy say? I can do it. And he turns his head too. Okay, let's turn to the next page. Oh, I know some of you love this animal. It's a giraffe. And the giraffe says, I am a giraffe and I bend my neck. Can I show you what the sign is for a giraffe? Look how long his neck is. This is giraffe. See, you're saying that your neck is very long. A giraffe has a very long neck and he can bend it. Can you bend your neck like a giraffe? It says, can you do it? Oops, there I am. Can you do it? And what does the boy say? I can do it. And he's bending his neck too. You can bend your necks. We all have necks. What's that next animal gonna be? Oh, we don't talk about these animals a whole lot. Do you know what he is? A buffalo. And the sign for buffalo, look at his big horns. See how he's got really big horns? You make this sign and you do it up over your head like this. Buffalo, because you're flicking your little buffalo horns, right? And it says, I am a buffalo and I raise my shoulders. Can you see those shoulders? Can you do that? Can you look at your shoulder, touch your shoulders and put them up high? That's called raising your shoulders. And then the buffalo says, can you do it? And what do we say? I can do it. Good job. We're raising our shoulders like a buffalo. Oh, I love this little guy. They're so funny when you go see him at the zoo, aren't they? Look at those long arms. What's he called? A monkey? Yeah, he's a monkey. So, sign for monkey has to do with those long arms. You do this, like this. Can you make your monkey arms? Sorry, hang on. You make your monkey arms do this? Or you can do this. Because monkeys like to do what? What is he saying? I am a monkey and I wave my arms. So he's waving his arms over his head like this. But you can wave them down below too. Monkeys wave their arms. And then what does he say? Can you do it? And the voice says, I can do it. That's what monkeys do. Next page. Oh, I like this guy. He lives in the water, and he is called a seal. A seal that lives in the water. And I gotta put my book down for this one. This was the one that made me know I had to stand up. You put your hands behind you for seal, and you do this. Kind of like seals paddling through the water. Seal. So what is the seal asking us to do? Let's read on. It says, I am a seal and I clap my hands. We do that a lot at school, don't we? You probably do it at home too. And then he's asking the girl, can you do it? And what does she say? I can do it. And she's clapping her hands like the seal is doing. Okay, next page. Oh, I love these guys. Look at him. He is a really big gorilla. That's right. And the sign for gorilla happens to be what he's asking us to do. It says, I am a gorilla and I thump my chest. Uses two hands, and that's the sign for a gorilla. Thumping your chest. What does he ask the boy? Can you do it? And what does the boy say? I can do it. You do it. Did you do it? Thump your chest. And sometimes it's fun to make a sound when you thump. Go, right, like a gorilla. Gorillas are big animals. Oh, this next animal. Some of you might have one of these at your house. What is it? Cat? Yeah, and there's a silly sign for cats. Cats have whiskers. Can you see the whiskers, those white lines? Look, those are across lines, white lines. So for the sign for a cat is we pretend like we have a whisker above our mouths, and we do this. That's the sign for cat. And it says, I am a cat and I arch my back. Look at that arched back. So the cat arches his back. It's hard for me to do because I'm getting older. You arch your back, bend over, and have a big tall back like that. And the cat says, can you do it? And what does the girl say? I can do it. Oh look, she puts her hands on the floor. You could do that too. Oh goodness, look at this big guy with big teeth. See him? Crocodile. All right, Miss Michael's going to show you what a crocodile sign is. Crocodiles have those big teeth and big long, look, he's got a big long mouth. Look how long his mouth is. His head, his mouth, that's a long way. So you pretend you've got a mouth and you do this. So my fingers are his teeth, my arms are his mouth, and I'm chomp, 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 chomp. That's for crocodile. So our story says, I'm a crocodile and I wriggle my hips. Can you wriggle your hips like the crocodile does? Can you do it? Here's the boy wriggling his hips. I can do it, he says. This is a long book. There's lots of animals in this book, and here's one of my favorites. Camel. A camel. Do you see this camel? Has a hump. We call that a camel's hump. And look, here it is here too, a hump. And that's what the sign is. The sign for camel is a hump. You see that with my hand? Just going up and down, just like that. The camel says, I am a camel and I bend my knees. Let me lift my knee up. There it is. Bend your knees. I know you guys can do it. He says, can you do it? And she says, yeah, I can do it. Look, bend her knee. Bend her knee, just like that. I like camels. Camels are so big. And we have to go to a zoo to see them here, don't we? Oh, but you might see this guy when you're out driving around. You know what he is? Give you a hint. He says, yaw, yaw. A donkey. A donkey. One thing I like about donkeys are these. He's got very tall ears. And so the sign for donkey is you put your hand up, like your hand is his ear, and you wave it. And that's showing a donkey. Look, I'm waving my hand, donkey. Well, what's the donkey asking? Donkey says, I am a donkey and I kick my legs. Can you do it? And what's the boy saying? He's saying and showing that I can do it. I can kick my legs too. Kick, kick. You can kick our legs. Just make sure nobody's around you when you do it. We don't want to hurt anyone. Next page. Oh, I love this guy. You can't miss an elephant when he's coming around because he's so big, and he also has an amazing big trunk. Sometimes we say it's his nose, but it's really called a trunk. But your nose is here, and so the sign for elephant is touching nose and down and around. Touching nose and down and around because he has a long nose, right? And he says, I am an elephant and I stomp my foot. Can you do it? I can do it, she says. We do lots of songs at school that stomp feet, don't we? You guys are pretty good at it. Guess what? Last page and last animal. What kind of bird is that? It's called a parrot. Have you been hearing my parakeets? I have little tiny birds in my house. One day I'll show them to you. They live in a cage. They're parakeets. But this is a parrot, who is probably one of the biggest birds, all right? But the sign for parrot or for bird is with 2 fingers. We're gonna have it be these 2 fingers. So you put your 2 fingers by your nose and you just go up and down. That's his beak. Birds don't really have a nose much. They have a beak, all right? And so he's saying, I am up. The boy's saying, I am I, and I wiggle my toe. Can you do it? He's asking the parrot. Let me move up close so you can see. Those were the toes we talked about. Toes here. And look, the parrot has little toes too. And so what does the parrot say? He says, I can do it. I can do it. And he's wiggling his toes too. You can wiggle your toes. Even inside your shoes, you can still wiggle your toes. And then let's see what happens. We get back to the beautiful picture. Remember, Eric Carle is that artist. Maybe we should make a beautiful picture like that with all those different colors. So if we're at that picture page, that means we are at the end of the story. And look, there's the boy with a different animal, an animal that wasn't in our story. This animal is called a flamingo. A flamingo. This whole book has so many animals on it, it's almost like taking a trip to the zoo, which you all might do one day. All right? So thank you for listening to my story. I hope you had fun learning some of the signs, and we're going to be practicing those every day at school when we read our story. All right? So you have a good rest of the day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.